say anything. Shit, that coffee is way hotter than I thought. Burn my mouth.
This is coffee drinking ASMR with guys and guys. Where you get burnt
See if
mouths.
they could. Let's see if they could guess who did each sip.
We'll just start leaving.
If they haven't left by now, bro, they're not going anywhere. If we haven't scared them off in the last 6 months.
It was all Ryan.
I didn't even do it yet.
Shh. Don't tell him. It's a secret.
The coffee's too damn hot.
I was waiting for a noise to come out, and instead I just saw your mouth turn into a beak for a second.
So delicious.
This is a damn 4-minute intro.
We're supposed to be whispering. Very quiet. Welcome to the Guys You Guys podcast. We talk about Japanese music news and other music-related things. Today, guys, we got a special guest. We got Derek with us, who's going to be talking about his experiencing Band-Maid, Bridear, Nemophila, Shoya, Lonesome Blue, and so many more. That's just like the icing on the cake. Like, there's just so much more he's going to talk about. And we're also going to be talking about Rolling Quartz. And we're got a K-pop section, of course, now with Champ. And Derek's also going to share his experience at the Rolling Quartz concert. Apparently, much better than you think compared to the music video. So I can't wait to hear about that. And today we are sponsored by Diana Laura. She does these awesome custom-made, what is it, copper pieces? Oh, Ryan's holding up one. She sent these over to us, guys and guys. She does custom work. So you guys can send her anything you want done over here, and you just go to contact at the top, and she does whatever you want. So, and she does this handmade out of copper. She puts a finish over it so they don't go green on you, stuff like that. It's really cool. She did a great job with those guys and guys pieces. So check it out. And thank you so much for sponsoring the podcast. And of course, guys, if you want to support the channel directly, you can check out the our GG Patreon. Well, I said that way too many times, where we post up group reactions and things like that. And we just opened this new website where you can join our mailing list, where we'll send you one email a week, one or two, about updates on Japanese music news. The latest article was about Lisa, which we're going to go over today, and after our interview with Derek, of course. So check out our website that we just opened up. Shout out to Andrew G. White, who just joined us. He'll be coming on a bit more to the podcast to do his concert reportings like he did with Band-Maid. If you guys haven't checked out that podcast, we did that one with him also. All right. Well, welcome, guys. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing good.
Excellent.
Oh,
Awesome.
well, great. We're all good then.
Let's start with everyone's. Well, Ryan, how was your week, man?
Pretty good. Things are ramping up. I'm getting ready to go on my trip. So, getting the boy was on. He went to Washington D.C. this weekend for a school trip, so we got him ready to do that. And then next week I'm sure it's gonna be just
Where are you going?
me waiting for the week to be done so we can go to Japan. But
What's that, the 8th grade field trip?
yeah.
Yeah, I went on that too. Things haven't changed, have they?
Nope, still doing it. Yeah.
So
I've heard from him twice the whole time.
So also today's Ryan's birthday.
It is.
Oh yeah.
So happy birthday to Ryan.
Yep.
How old are
Happy
you today,
birthday,
Ryan?
Mir.
26?
46. today.
46.
Man, I said
So,
26.
hey,
So that's pretty
It's
close.
freaking super thanks. It's my birthday.
And you still have more hair than I do. Congratulations,
Do I?
buddy.
Yeah, I think
you
so.
don't want to see what happens when I take this hat off.
You guys are in competition here with how much hair you have.
Yeah, happy birthday, though, dude.
Yeah,
Thank
dude,
you. Thank
seriously,
you very
happy
much.
birthday.
We went out and had breakfast this morning, and went out last night with some friends and checked out a local brew place. It was pretty fun. Had lots of laughs, a lot of good times. It was a good birthday.
Hell yeah, man. What was your favorite brew over there? Do you have anything cool?
Wasn't that great?
Oh, okay.
But the company was good.
The company
This
was
is
good.
not a promotion, okay? I'm just
Yeah.
saying what happened.
This
There's
is
they just opened up a local a place in my town, Kuntz Lake Brewery, and then we get there and they're like, yeah, we don't have any beer available. Our taps are messed up. It's like, oh, okay.
okay.
Well, so we went to the original place at Kuntz Lake in Walkerton, and they were like understaffed. So, and I was allergic to the first beer I tried. I'm like, I can't have that. And then so it wasn't bad, but I just, you go to a little brewery and you're limited to their beer. There's like no stuff you can drink there or hard liquor. So I was like, yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how did you know you were allergic to the first one?
I get kind of a reflux thing going on. Like if anybody's allergic to wine, it's the same kind of thing. But you just can't drink it. Your body's just like, nope. So some beers are that way too. So it's.
How excited are you about going to Japan, man?
Pretty damn excited, dude. It's been we've been planning it for a long time, and I'm looking forward to hearing what Derek has to say about his experience. But yeah, we're all excited. There's a lot of planning already in place, and I know Poji-san is still waiting on me to get a little more details to him. So I got to work on that today too.
Yeah. Good luck with that, Poji-san. Ryan's very good about the details. I'm just kidding, man. By the way, Wave is sick, guys. So I'm wishing him well. Hope he's feeling better.
Feel better, buddy.
So.
Yeah, he came on here and he was just like, guys, it's coming out both ends. And
yeah.
And then he told us in graphic detail what that meant.
Yeah.
No, none of that happened.
He's very detailed. He's very
to...
creative in his descriptions of what happened to him.
Trying to throw the man under the bus while he's sick at home. No, he just doesn't feel well.
We got to give him something to laugh at when he does clips,
What about you guys?
Exactly.
How's your week, champ?
Diverticuloitis like.
Oh, so it wasn't great.
It was pretty awful. Not gonna lie. So yeah, I got diverticulitis. I just started feeling it last week when we were doing the podcast, and then it just got progressively worse. And I was this close to going to the hospital, and then the antibiotics started to kick in, and I was like, this isn't the worst thing in the world anymore. So I'm just starting to come out of it right now, but I did literally nothing. I couldn't lay down. I couldn't walk. I was basically just like hunched over trying to not be in pain, but like, It feels like it's pretty much gone. It's like a genetic thing, apparently, like, because my mom had it and my dad had it. So it could come back if it wants to, but hopefully this is the only time that it's going to rear its ugly head.
I hope
but
so, man.
Yeah, it was shitty. It was shitty, but I'd say people get it so much worse than I did. Like people got to get surgery, and people got to like remove their intestines and shit like that. Like literally remove their intestines, which is crazy. When I read that freaks me out a little bit. You don't read things on the internet when you feel bad. Like I was just like, I don't want my intestines outside of my body, guys. Like fuck this noise. But yeah, the antibiotics kicked in. I'm starting to feel much better now. But that's literally all I did this week. I did nothing.
Understandable,
so,
man.
Not much to add, unfortunately. What about you, Alan? How was your week?
It's been interesting, that's for sure. Just recovering, as some of you already know. I'm gonna be a little bit less talking today, guys, because it's pretty painful when I got up right now to go get my coffee. So. Just I'm going to be producing a little bit more today, guys. So if you wonder if why I'm quiet, that's why. So,
right on.
But hopefully, so far so good. Hopefully, pain subsides soon. So for those that don't know, I got surgery on the 2nd. So shout out to everybody too for the support, for helping me with students and stuff on Patreon. It really helps me out a lot. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Got a couple from last week, so I really appreciate it. That's really helpful.
Cool, man.
So I love teaching anyway. So that's been like the highlight of my week, getting to teach a couple new people this week. So that's fun. Like seeing the excitement in people's faces when learning about production and stuff.
So basically, the summary is that 3 of the Guys and Guy members are nearing death, and the other one is about to go to Japan.
Yeah.
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 All right, guys.
Thank you, Teresa. They're intestines, not out-testins. She
Well,
speaks truth.
The good news, yesterday I did record like a cover. Got a cover down. Can't wait to release for you guys. We got Wade Potter jumping on this cover with us. We got Nam jumping on the cover with us. So it's gonna be a really cool thing. Hopefully, Potter's feeling better, but everything's coming along nicely. Can't wait to get that video out for you all. And yeah, let's get into it, guys. So we got Derek.
So who's
here.
this guy?
Yeah, Derek, how are you? Tell everyone about you, a little bit about yourself, your discovery of Japanese music and all that jazz, how your week's going, what you up to?
Probably the same story as most guys. The pandemic hit, got stuck at home watching YouTube and found Band-Maid. So, it kind of snowballed from there. Ended up finding this band and that band, and I just totally fell in love with the Japanese music.
So was Band-Maid your first kind of foray into the music scene, the Japanese music
Band-Maid
scene?
was, yes, it was actually.
What was the first video?
Probably it was a reaction channel called Old School Nerd.
Okay.
And I think he did two of them. He did Domination and Thrill.
All right.
And I was kind of, wow, this is interesting. So then I just started checking it out and fell in love with it pretty quick.
Nice.
Sounds like the vast majority of us.
Yeah. My favorite reaction for a Band-Maid reaction so far still is Champ there when he said, found the band of his dreams.
Oh, well, I did. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's my favorite Band-Maid reaction.
Oh, that's nice.
Homer Simpson meme as I slowly back into the train now. But thanks, dude. That actually means a lot to me. I appreciate that. I remember doing that reaction because I remember, like, I'll never forget the first time that I actually watched a Band-Maid video and was literally like, I can't believe that this exists. Like this is made directly for me.
That was that was Waves. That was Wave's favorite reaction too. Was your Band-Maid one, because I remember highlighting your first reaction in our interview.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the same one.
It's cool. I love when people say that. Like, it's not. A few people have come up to me and told me that was like their favorite reaction before. It always makes me feel a little bit like uncomfortable because I don't know what to say, because like I wasn't doing anything, you know what I mean? Like the band was just like awesome, and I was just like watching a music video, and I'm like, oh well, I appreciate that you guys liked that video. I didn't do anything for it. I just watched Band-Maid be awesome, but I appreciate it.
I think where I really fell down the rabbit hole was I took a road trip because I'm up in Canada. So I wanted to see Band-Maid, so I bought the Aftershock ticket, and I bought a ticket for Phoenix. So I ended up doing a 6,000-mile road trip to go see those shows, and then stumbled into 3 extra Band-Maid shows in the process. And that's when I started to meet the Dawn Patrol guys, the early guys. And started, next thing you know, this 5,000, 6,000-mile road trip is over, and I got 10 new friends from all over the world.
Funny thing about joining a Band-Maid tour from the fan aspect is you will get to go to more shows, whether you planned on it or not. It seems like you have the opportunity,
And I know I was telling a friend of mine, he kind of laughs there. I keep stumbling into Band-Maid tickets.
Yeah.
People just toss them at me. I don't know why that is, but
so
Band-Maid fans are very optimistic when they purchase tickets. Sometimes they realize they can't make it to all the shows.
Well, I managed to see them 8 times already. It's just crazy.
Wow.
Derek mentioned Dawn Patrol to me this morning, and I had no clue what it is. So for those who don't know what that is, could you explain it? Because I'm sure I'm not the only person who did it. Maybe.
Bunch of crazy people is what it is.
Yeah, it's the dudes that want the front row. If you want the front row, you want to be on the rail, you want to be right in front of me, sir, you want to be right in front of Konami. You show up at 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I think it's turning into 5 o'clock in the morning now. It's like an arms race. It gets worse and worse.
LA was 5 in the morning when we went to that show.
Right. They're pretty organized too. Somebody brings a Sharpie, and as you show up, they'll write the number on your hand.
It is helpful, man, for the line, and most people respect that, and it helps keep things organized.
Japan, on the other hand, is not like that at all. When you go to shows in Japan, your entry is on your according to your ticket number.
So every ticket has a number on it, and that's how they let you into the building.
Yep, they get you lined up they're pretty regimented, pretty organized, and they get everybody lined up about an hour before.
Hmm.
And away you go. You know, what I had for Band-Maid in Osaka, it said B07. So I thought, oh, 07, that doesn't sound bad. But there was A1 to 99, and then A100 to 199. Next thing you know, B07 turned out to really be 707.
Oh.
So
Wow.
at Osaka, I was pretty much at the back of the venue, but it's okay because I'm just over 6 feet tall, so I could see kind of above everybody. And that was actually a great show.
And you're in Japan at that point, so you're probably taller than most of the people in front of you.
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun. I mean, it wasn't that big of a venue anyway. Kobe was a little tougher because it was a very low stage. When Konami goes into Mincho mode, she disappeared.
Yeah, she goes in a power stance and you lose sight of her.
Yeah, she's gone. You can't see her.
So how many times you see Band-Maid on their Japan leg of this tour?
I saw 2.
Okay, so
I had the Osaka ticket. It's kind of, again, stumbling into Band-Maid tickets. I was actually halfway there because I do 2 flights: Edmonton, Vancouver, Tokyo. So I'm sitting in Vancouver, boarding the flight in about half an hour, and I get a message from Peter Lim. I got an extra Band-Maid ticket. You're still looking for one in Kobe? It means a bunch of train rides. I said, yeah, I'll do it.
Wow, nice.
So yeah, another Band-Maid. It meant 3.5 hours on the train to Kobe, and then the next morning, 3.5 hours back to Tokyo to try and make the next show. So it was a challenge. I ended up missing one band, but
wow. So did you meet Peter then out at the show?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Nice guy.
That's the first time I'd met him, actually. Oh, actually, no, I'd met Peter at Tokyo Garden Theater.
Oh, okay.
For those who don't know who Peter Lim is, he's from Made News Network. They do news specifically on Band-Maid, so you definitely should go check out their channel. We've had him on for a couple interviews.
Yeah. So you got Tokyo Garden Theater too.
Yeah, that was in January. That was my first trip to Japan.
Wow.
Yeah, the second trip was kind of an accident. I decided that Now Neon Festival was a bucket list item. So I just called up Bridge Japan, which is a proxy buyer for tickets. That's how I get tickets to go to Japan. Sent them an email and said, can you guys try and get me a Now Neon ticket? And they sent me an invoice, sent the money to them, and then 3 days later, yeah, we got your ticket.
Wow. So
no.
Oh, I guess I got to figure this out now, huh?
Yeah, I got to find money in a hurry. What can I sell?
Wow.
I see a guitar behind me. I guess that one's going.
Yeah. So for Tokyo, how long were you there for the Tokyo Garden Theater show? Was that a quick trip?
No, that was 3 weeks. I took 3 weeks on that one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then the second trip was 2 weeks.
So let me ask you something. Before you started going on like these tours, basically with these bands, these Japanese bands, after you got into the scene, did you ever do that with other bands previously, like years before?
No, not really.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to travel a lot for Comic Cons. Cosplay is something I kind of used to do, so I just basically replaced my Comic Con travel with band travel.
That's cool, man. I love to hear that because it's like it opened up a door for you, not just like musically, but event wise, like lifestyle wise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking me across the world. I mean, I ended up in December. I was working on the end of November, starting this plan for the first trip to Japan. And Rolling Quartz announces a show in December 10th in Hongdae in Seoul. Like, oh, should I? So I go on and I buy the ticket. No, I guess I'm going to do a 3-day trip to Korea. So that was my first foray overseas, was a 3-day trip to Korea.
Wow.
So that was fun, but it was too short. I mean, way too short.
Yeah. Wow, man.
We're in Korea, over Seoul.
In Seoul, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a little one of the communities called Hongdae.
Yeah.
Which is probably where a lot of clubs in that area, the younger people, and that's where Rolling Quartz were playing at a venue there.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. I'm one of those guys that I can't sit there and say, come to my town. It's like, I'm not waiting, I'm going. Wherever they're playing, I'm going.
Yeah, it's cool if you can get your shit together and do it. You know, it's a neat thing to be able to do. We got a list of bands that you saw. Is this? I wonder if it's kind of the order it was in, like Band-Maid, then Empress, Risky Melody, Full Moon.
Wait, before we go into all of them, I want to know just off the top of his head without thinking, what was the best one you went to?
Best show would be Band-Maid. The funnest would be SAISEGA.
Yeah.
And the sexiest would be Whiskey Dust.
Whiskey Dust.
So
Okay.
what's the,
I don't know
what's
who
the
that is. I gotta look
distinction?
him up.
The distinction between the best show and the funnest show, since you split them up there.
Well, the funnest, Band-Maid was, Band-Maid is Band-Maid. It's just a phenomenal show, but I'm quite a ways back. Okay. Whereas with SAISEGA, I was up on the rail. I got squished up there. I had the same thing as Peter Lim said on his video. Regan sang, stares me right in the eye for about 3 seconds and then flips me the bird. So, I mean, it's wow. She likes to do that to people in the front row. So, I mean, when you're in the front row in a small venue, it's just a different experience.
Yeah.
It's really fun, actually. I really enjoy that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, right. Definitely very cool.
So, so the Band-Maid shows were the first 2 shows you did when you got over there this time?
Actually,
right?
It's in kind of in the order. So I ended up doing the Kobe show. So I stayed in Kawasaki. I had to take the bullet train to Kobe for that one. That was the first one. I had to come back for it was a Crazy Fest show in Shibuya. That's where there was about 8 bands, but the memorable ones were Empress and Risky Melody, Full Moon.
Okay.
Risky Melody was the reason I wanted to go to that show, because I wanted to see them live. And they're, again, out of all the bands I saw out of the whole trip, none of them disappointed me.
That's great, man.
They were all great. The musicianship is great. The girls are fun. It's just, and some of the bands got dudes in them too. They're good too. So I mean, the whole thing was a great time.
It's like, whoa, they have talented musicians that are male in Japan too. Like I never see them.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Yeah,
yeah, I've heard of some.
Well, the SAISEGA is half and half. So the singer and drummer are female, and then the bassist and guitar player. So I was kind of right in front of the guitar player, and there was a Japanese woman behind me there that they have these little crowd surges occasionally.
Yeah. Like
if a bass player, guitar player starts doing a solo, then the crowd surges to them. I literally had Japanese women crawling on my back trying to get up to the guitar player. I got squished right in there, but then everybody settles back down after about 30 seconds. There's just these short little surges of squish, and then everybody kind of goes back to their spot again.
Wow. It's such a different culture over there when it comes to like how they celebrate or like cheer, I guess, because it's kind of like the same way if you watch like a Japanese wrestling show or something like that, where like in America you'll hear like this kind of roar that's happening throughout the entirety of a show or something like that. But then like in Japan there's like moments of like extreme cheering. And then there's like a lot of them being silent and letting the bands or, whatever show they're watching just kind of like do their thing as to be more respectful of their play. I've noticed that a lot over there versus like America.
That's exactly how it was for all the shows.
Oh, right on.
That describes it perfectly. And when they go nuts, they go nuts.
Yeah, I love that. I kind of love that too, because they are really just trying to be as respectful as they can of the artist that's in front of them. But then, like the second they feel that moment, this is the moment we're supposed to go. Like they go hard.
Yeah. Well, some of the bands, you get these fans. They have almost like these little crazy dances they get going on, almost like a combination between a mosh pit and a weird dance. I've never seen anything like it. It was pretty cool to see. But there was I didn't see any real mosh pits. There's very little pushing and shoving. There's the odd time, but generally everybody's pretty respectful actually.
Great. So what kind of out of these bands was there kind of a common theme music wise? Like what kind of band is Risky Melody? You said they were
very similar to Band-Maid. They're all kind of rock, rock with some pop and a little bit of heavy metal.
Yeah.
Like Risky Melody has a keyboard player.
Okay.
But you see their video, and it's funny. You see their videos, and they look kind of like pop rock. Then you see them live, and it's a little closer to metal than rock, than pop.
A little more energy and aggression live.
Dude, that's another commonality with a lot of these Japanese bands, where once I see the live performance, they're way heavier than they see them during the music videos.
100%. At the Now Neon Festival, Lonesome Blue was there. And they did that Heavenly Welcome to Heavenly Secret Base. It doesn't sound anything like the video.
Oh wow.
Mm.
way heavier, way
Cool.
heavier than in the video.
I wonder if their follow up is going to maybe be heavier if they realize people like to hear that live. They're a little bit more of a
Could be.
edge to it.
I got
Yeah.
just real quick. Lonesome Blue. Tell us about that concert because I liked the last EP that they came out with. Here and there, like songs where you said it was way different in person. Was all the songs way different overall?
Not really way different. I mean, when they first came out, they're all wearing the same outfits as they're wearing in the Face Fear video.
Ah.
So to me, it was almost like being at the video. But yeah, it was. I would say their songs were definitely heavier. I mean, it was a festival, so I only heard 4 or 5 songs.
Yeah.
Which is usual for a festival performance.
Yeah.
But it was. I was impressed. I was very impressed. Like I was with the one band that really floored me was Shoya. Was not expecting. To
Awesome.
as I was.
I love to hear that. We only listened to that one song on our Patreon that one time, and we were all blown away by and it was like a song from the 80s, you know? So to hear that they're still going strong in 2023 is awesome.
Well, Kaiko, the singer from that band is the host for the whole festival.
Yeah.
I mean, she's 59 years old, and I would not guess that watching her at the show. I would say more like 39.
Wow. That's great, man. Saw Nemophila there too. Have you seen them before? Or was that
Oh yeah. That's my third time.
Aftershock?
I saw them at Aftershock,
Okay.
and then I saw them at the first trip to Japan.
Oh, okay.
I was with another friend of mine. I asked him, I said, we can't buy tickets in Nemophila. This is frustrating. He says, I know, they're e-tickets only. So you can't get the tickets because you need a Japanese phone. So he said, let's just show up in Nagoya and maybe there'll be some tickets at the door. He says, I don't think it'll sell out. And fortunately, he was right. It didn't sell out, and there was tickets at the door. So I was able to see Nemophila in Nagoya. Well, what a show that was. I mean, Aftershock is a festival, and Maya was pregnant, but they went absolutely nuts in Nagoya, and it just floored me.
You want to talk about a band that sounds heavier live than they do on the album? That's the perfect one right there. That's the show that I saw them at was probably the loudest show I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thumbnail for the show today, you had Psyche and Regan and Mayu there. I'm like, just seeing all those singers live.
Oh, it's
I've heard a lot about Regan, and I've seen the other two, and they're just so much more when you see them in person.
I think really with this Japanese music, it just adds to it. It's a music that has to be appreciated live. And unfortunately, we're not going to get a lot of the bands over here, at least not for a while. So you almost got to find $3 or $4 grand somewheres and just go over there.
It's crazy what we spend to go see them, and they're getting like 50 people at a show or 100 people, and knows what they're getting. It's like,
yeah, it is. It's so weird, right? Like we are in such a niche fan base when it comes to these bands, because that really is just, they are like, some of these bands are just my favorite bands of all time at this point. And it is crazy when I see them not sell out a 1,000-person venue. And I'm just like, this is one of the best bands I've ever heard in my life. Yeah. The fact that they're not able to do that blows my mind. It just kind of shows you where the music industry is now and like what people are looking for.
Yeah.
Derek, I wanted to ask you, just because I just listened to this band for the first time and I saw that this was on your list. Arc Royal, how did they sound?
Oh, really good. I mean, they came right after SAISEGA, so I'm still buzzing from SAISEGA.
Okay.
But no, Arc Royal were really great. They've been around for quite a while. Jeff is phenomenal. And just a great performance. They were phenomenal.
Oh, it's interesting that they've been around for quite a while, because I actually have an article here that I was going to get into later until I saw that you were that you saw them, but they are coming out with their first full-length album like next month. So I guess they've only been releasing like mini albums since they came together, but they're finally going to come out with like a full length. And because of that, I just wanted to listen to one of their songs, and I was pretty floored, man. Like, they were really heavy, they were really fast, they were really talented, just a good band.
Yeah, that's I finally, after all these years, I got a pick from the singer. She plays guitar as well. I pick.
Cool.
So it's the first pick I've got in years. I think the last pick I got was Alice Cooper in the 1980s.
Wow. I think the last one that I got was about 2003 at an In Flames concert in New York City, and I wore it around my neck for like 10 years.
Yeah, they're not an easy thing to get, man. I think what was it? I think at a Man with a Mission, the dude threw a pick and he almost made it back to where we were, like the back of the crowd, right, Alan?
Yeah, he did make it back to us. It was
Well, like when
insane.
we were sitting there pretty far back and like, holy shit.
It literally pegged the girl in the forehead. It went right in front of us. It was fucking hilarious.
So you don't have to be up front, but I don't think it's quite often that it goes back that far.
No, not usually. They don't have the muscle strength usually to get it to the back. But like at the Nemophila show, they had like a handful. You know, it's not. Is it? Let me ask you guys something. Is it the same if it's a pick that wasn't played at the show to you? Like if they grab a handful of picks and throw them out to the crowd, are you as happy as if it was the one that they were just playing with and throw it out into the crowd?
I think it's neater if you saw it played and you get it. You know,
right? Yeah, me too.
The Nemophila pick I got was her actually playing it, so that felt way more meaningful.
Yeah, it feels like it's worth it. But like when they take the handful, like at the show that I went to, they took a handful and just threw out like 30 of them at once. I was like, I could go to the merch table for this.
Whoever we gave that pick to, that was actually played by Hazuki, by the way. I can't remember who won it, but it was actually played. And here's Arc Royal's channel, by the way, for those who wanted to know. So yeah, this is a new band, guys. 1,000 subs. Let's go ahead and sub to them, guys.
Yep. A lot of these bands I saw as recommendation from another fellow from Texas. He just said, "Yeah, you got to go see this band. You got to go see Arc Royal. You got to see SAISEGA. If you don't see SAISEGA, like, dude, you have to." And you know he's right, 100% right.
Yeah.
So the one thing he says too, and I agree, which we should all do when we go see these bands, like they're not making very much money. They're struggling. They play day in day out in front of 20, 30, 40 people. Yeah. But at the end of the show, they're always managing their merch table. Then they sell the checkies, which are little Polaroid photos, and then CDs and T-shirts. And so basically, when you go to these shows, try to buy stuff at their merch table because that's their bread and butter.
Yeah, and I always try and
like I got this Whiskey Dust T-shirt, and the manager from the band, he was so appreciative. I think he said thank you about 100 times.
Oh wow!
It's so cute.
Yeah, he was cool because I'd met him outside before the show, and he couldn't believe there was somebody from overseas was coming to see his band, and he thought it was just this was awesome. He was just like, thank you. So he was a pretty cool guy.
And this
have you guys all checked out Whiskey Dust?
I have
no.
not.
I was just trying to look them up as you were talking right now.
Here they are, right here, guys. I got you guys.
It's 1980s hair metal.
Oh yeah.
Sound. Yeah.
The
guitar player is Erica Van Halen.
Oh wow.
And she plays like except she's wearing a hot pink outfit.
Here's wore some hot pink outfits.
Here's a quick clip from Whiskey Dust right here. Let's see, it's just a short. So that was a live recording, like a short on their YouTube channel. If you guys want to check it out.
Oh yeah.
That might have been the one I was at actually, because there are a few recordings of that show popped up. I noticed on YouTube.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah, that's the one show where I saw people with self.
Oh.
I've never seen, because normally in Japan you put your cell phone away. There is no there's no photos or videos during the show. It's disrespectful, and if they see you, they'll actually take your phone away from you or they'll kick you out.
Wow.
So yeah, even if you're further back at a Band-Maid show, you're just looking at the tops of heads instead of phone screens. So in some ways, it's you don't get the little videos, which are fun.
Yeah.
But in other ways, it actually makes a better concert experience because you're not fumbling on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Like, how do you feel about that type of thing? What would you prefer? Would you prefer no phones allowed?
I like both, but I think the experience is better no phones.
Yeah.
Ryan and I discovered something really cool. Man with a Mission, they gave you an opportunity to take out your phone for one segment of the show to take pictures.
Yeah, they asked everybody beforehand, please don't record, please don't take photos, and then they covered up their faces a little bit more and said, all right, here's your photo op, and then they stood there for I don't know. It was a decent amount of time.
It was. It
Yeah,
Give
was.
everybody a chance.
The very first show I saw in Japan was Guitar Spin on December 30th, and they did that one song. All of a sudden,
Oh, wow.
everybody's pulling their phones out. And I'm looking around, so I pulled mine out too.
Oh,
So-
that's cool. So they look
And I
like
was
a whole
told
song.
afterwards that that's what that they had said. Here, you guys can film this one. Please tag us on Twitter.
That's
really
smart.
smart.
Using
Really,
it
really
for
smart.
for marketing at that point, that's
Yeah.
that's a really
And
nice
then
way to do that.
everybody puts their phones away. I can't speak. There, nobody spoke English at that one. I
Wow.
put my phone away. So I'm
That sh-
trying
that
to
sh-
do what everybody else does.
That shows you how in tune they are with, the current thing with music on YouTube and stuff. It really shows that they're looking out for those kind of things, which is cool.
Yeah, I also feel like if that was in America and they tried to stop people from using their phones, everybody would be trying to sneak it.
You can't stop me. It's my right, man.
Yeah, there would be people, there would be Karens freaking out at the door and stuff like that.
But I gotta say, Man with a Mission show, people respected it. There's like 4 people. There's
For
a
the most
handful of
part.
people. Yeah. Of course, there was a couple in front of us, which was hilarious because Ryan was next to me. So I was waiting for them to pull it out in front of Ryan's face.
They knew better. I did see a 4K from the show we watched, the whole concert from up in the balcony. Somebody did it.
Oh, no way. That's
was like,
garbage.
That's not cool, man.
Yeah, that's not cool at all.
But kind of cool because I got to watch it again, but not cool.
It's a fine line, though, right? It's a fine line.
If I'm
Doing
doing
it for the
and a band asked you not to, I'm like, right on, because I like at Band-Maid, I'll go watch. I'll take some pictures of like the stage, and I'll try and get a couple of pictures throughout, and maybe like a short video of a solo or something. But then I put my phone away because that's just me. That's what I want to do,
For Man
And
with
so
a
I-
Mission, it's a privacy thing, though, because they have painted faces and a mask over, so it totally makes sense.
Yeah, but I respect the band more than my need to make a shitty video.
Exactly, and especially if it's like what are you really getting out of that? Like, a few views on YouTube, like what? That's it.
Yeah, I was watching a video on YouTube the other day, and it's somebody from the side at the Rolling Quartz, so you
Yeah.
can see us guys in the front row, and I'm watching, and I'm looking at myself in this video, going, "Well, put your phone away, you dumbass!"
Right.
Looking at myself in this other person's video, fumbling with my phone.
Oh man, see, that's a different perspective. Like, oh shit.
Yeah,
By the
Uh-oh.
way,
I thought that was funny.
I'd honestly prefer just to be in the moment, generally speaking, just because, photos last forever, right? But how often do you go back and look at your old photos? But memories you think about all the time. So,
but having fan cams is cool if you get someone who does it. They have a decent phone and they get a good shot.
yeah,
I'm not saying I hate fan cams. I'm just saying
that's the debate, right? It's
Yeah.
because it's it is, and they are often doing it for the community. People that
Right.
can't travel out to Japan to see one of these bands because they can't afford it. It's like they're giving them an opportunity to actually see one of their favorite bands play live.
Plus, as a content creator and a person who does reviews of bands and their songs, you kind of feel obligated to film something, right?
Yeah.
That's the other thing behind it.
Can't remember everything. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What I end up doing, I just take 15, 20-second clips here and there,
Mhm.
on a few photos.
That's what I do
'Cause,
too. Now.
realistically, I'm a big fan of Rolling Quartz, and I really like the bass player. So when I'm at a show right up on the rail and she's standing literally a foot in front of me playing the bass, I can't
Yeah.
forget that phone.
Yeah, right.
I'm with
Yeah.
Hard Bros. Like I did the whole hold the phone for the entire set list. I did that at Aftershock, but that's because I knew I was going to more Band-Maid shows. But yeah, that was not fun overall to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it for the first Band-Maid concert that I went to because I was like, I really want to make a video about this, specifically, and then I didn't make the video, and now I just regret doing that because I wasn't, living in the moment and getting to enjoy the show as much as I should have been because I was trying to film
Right.
stuff.
Yep. But these bands also put out their content of live shows, right? They have their live shows up on the internet for people to see that people can pay for, granted. But they're out there, for Band-Maid, they have specific VODs, in their Band-Maid Prime of their entire live show for the people that can't see them too. So I'm sure that's, I think all of it helps, you know what I mean? So there is ways to see it.
Yeah. Fan cams was probably key in a lot of people discovering a lot of bands, man.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
And
it's true.
Surfing a Song Wave mentions there's people who were there in wheelchairs, like they could hear it, but they couldn't really see it. So without the band cams, they wouldn't really see the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
The one thing with Japan too, they especially seeing the smaller bands in these small venues, is they do what's called checkies, where like are a little basically a half-size Polaroid. Here's the one with Regan from
cool.
SAISEGA.
Oh, right on.
So basically, when the show's over, they go back and they man their merch table. They're selling their own merch. Then you buy these checkies for, I think with SAISEGA it was 500 yen, which is about $4 for one.
Wow.
Or 1,000 yen for what they call a two-shot checkie, which meant I got a picture with all 4 members of the band.
That's cool because that's a unique thing, man. Nobody else is gonna have that, as opposed to like a signed postcard or something.
It seems to be it's a big thing over there because they sell, and I found out about this afterwards. They sell checky files, like little folders that'll hold 60 of them. And there's dudes over there that collect these things like trading cards.
Oh wow,
oh that's cool.
And they autograph them. I mean, they take the photo and they sign it, and they date it, and autograph it, and you get.
That's a great idea. That's like a great idea.
The drummer from SAISEGA, I didn't know this, but she's a huge Band-Maid fan, and I was wearing a Band-Maid shirt at the time. So we had a 10-minute conversation about Band-Maid.
Awesome, man.
Pretty good English, actually. She does Band-Maid covers.
Yep.
No kidding.
On YouTube, so.
That's pretty cool that you had a whole conversation with the singer from SAISEGA, who is an amazing band, about another amazing band.
The drummer.
That's just
that was
fucking.
The drummer.
Oh,
yeah,
the drummer. That's just wild,
that's
man.
Freaking cool.
Yeah. Well, you can all of these bands. You can they don't speak a lot of English, but a little bit here and there. Some of them speak pretty good. So I mean, you get to meet them, take photos, buy their CDs. It's a lot of fun. It's a way more immersive experience than say the bigger bands.
Definitely. I had a CO in the comments. I want to know how much those Baby Metal checkies are going for on eBay. I want to know. He said that they did them in 2011 when they were starting out before they became really huge. That it is really good though. It's such a smart idea because one, like I would that like just you explaining that to me like makes me want to have them instead of my baseball cards. It's like a worthy thing to collect, like signatures of pictures of you with your favorite bands is really freaking cool. And it also allows you to get that like, human connection with them because you're not just getting like a digital signed photo over the internet. They're like there. You get to say hi.
Yeah.
Here's my little collection so far.
Yeah, see, that's awesome. That's so cool to me.
Wow.
That's a great thing you could collect from bands.
Oh, it's fun. One of them is the growler from Broken by the Scream. So I saw them in the January trip.
I love them.
So that was fun.
How's Broken by the Scream live?
It was just 3 of them, and the band wasn't there. Kind of a thing. Yeah, it was kind of disappointing. The band wasn't there because those guys are funky dudes.
See, that's what I'm like a little worried about when it comes to like the idol bands over there. Just like going to see one of their shows where it's like they sound really heavy and there's a band on the recordings, but then like sometimes they don't actually have band with them when they do the live and they just use backtrack and sing over it.
Yeah, for some reason that was a special little show. It was only 20 people in there. So I don't know all the details. The band wasn't there, but it was still a chance to see Broken by the Scream, so I jumped on it.
Yeah, definitely. And I have seen other live shows with them playing with the band before, so I guess it's just because of the size of the venue.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, anything else that stands out in your mind, Derek, from your trips this past year or two, couple years that you just want to tell the people about it?
Yeah, there were just so many experiences. I don't know. I must have had dozens and dozens of I can't believe I'm here right now moments.
Yeah.
And one of them was it took a whole day and it was a pain in the butt, but I had to go stand on that tower from the Revive video from Nemophila. Oh. So that was one of those I can't believe I'm standing here moments.
Oh, the one on the beach or whatever with all the different platforms?
That's the one, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was a 2.5 hour train ride all the way around Tokyo Bay, and then about a 6 mile walk from the train station to the park.
Wow.
Then a 6 mile walk back, and then the train ride. It was I really wanted to go, and I'm like, wow, if I'd have known it was that hard, I probably wouldn't have. But
Mhm.
it was worth it. I enjoyed it.
Cool. We got some people in the chat that really wants to know about your experience seeing Rolling Quartz. Can you tell us something about that show?
Oh, Rolling Quartz. Well, I've seen them twice. I
Okay.
went to see them in Korea, and that was. I mean, with Rolling Quartz, it's a fun. I would call it the funnest band you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd go that far, huh?
Oh, they're so fun. They're charismatic, and of course they're beautiful. Charismatic. They all play well. I mean, it's their stage presence is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a really good time.
Cool. And they got an upbeat attitude, right? Like the whole time, because the stuff that I've seen live, they seem like happy playing, like when you watch Band-Maid, got the big smiles on their faces.
Oh yeah, they're all smiling. This last trip in Dallas, I had to do the dawn patrol. There was about 4 of us showed up at 8 o'clock in the morning, so we were out there. So we get the front row, and there was a very tiny little venue.
Mm.
I don't think there was 100 people in there.
Mm.
It was pretty small, and I got a good. And Youngin, the drummer, was not on a riser, so she was only about 10 feet in front of me.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
So to actually get a good view of the drummer is usually the drummers are in the back.
Yeah,
and you don't see them very much. But in that show there, she was right there. I must have got 4 or 5 smiles out of her, so that was fun.
It's a very intimate setting. I love shows like that where you get to actually where you feel closer to the band rather than like a big produced show. I'll always be more of a fan of them.
Oh, and with Rolling Quartz, Autumn, the bass player, she does the same thing that Regan from SAISEGA. They don't just make eye contact; they lock eyes. They lock eyes right on you, and then you just stare right into your soul, and for 3 or 4 or 5 seconds, and that's pretty phenomenal.
So where it's like, should I look away?
That's kind of crazy that they're gonna lock eyes. Also, I'm surprised that you have a telephone ringing in the background. I don't think I've heard that in forever. But
my shop phone.
I'm waiting for the answer machine to go off right now. But a lot of people are saying that they're just so much better than actual recorded songs. And I wanted to ask you, what really separates it live from the recorded songs? I know we already know the typical things, but what is it about them that really shines through compared to the recordings?
I think it's just the fun that they're having, the interactions with each other. They look like they're just jamming. They're just having a blast up there.
So it's like the environment that they create more than like the sound of the music.
Yeah, well, the music sounds good as well. I mean, they seem to be getting better and better and better. They're definitely practicing.
Cool.
This last U.S. tour there, they did both guitarists did solos. So which was. There was only one guitarist did a solo at the Korean show.
Right.
Like a real guitar solo where they just played like their own thing
their
for a
own
while.
little performance.
That's cool.
I redid Scuttlebutton.
Oh, okay. Which is awesome. I've seen videos.
You could tell she was on cloud 9 because she was playing Scuttlebutton in Dallas.
Oh, shit.
Awesome. That's amazing, dude. Yeah. I saw that. I'm like, they did fucking Stevie Ray Vaughan. What the hell? And I watched it.
Yeah,
it was just great.
And right in Dallas too. So she was not lost. That was not lost on her. She was playing.
Yeah. That's phenomenal. Cool. I wish I was there for that. Goddamn.
And the other thing, which was kind of neat, because some people think, well, they're kind of K-pop, and they're managed by. The problem is they're Korean, right? So they're managed like a K-pop group. So it leads a little bit of K-pop to it.
Is that a bad thing though?
Not really. I mean, I think mixing it up is pretty good.
Yeah.
But they start the show with a medley song, a cover song of Seven Nation Army for about a minute. And then Autumn steps up on the bass and starts out that riff of For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Oh, cool.
About 2 minutes of Metallica. So, I mean, this is like, okay, we're a rock band. We're not a pop band. We're a rock band.
Booknish in the chat says Free seemed a little tipsy and she was having so much fun shredding. Did she seem tipsy to you?
She just looks like she's having fun.
Yeah.
And for some reason, all of the members of that band, you see it in some videos as well. I don't know why they like to lay down on the stage. They'll finish a song and lay down on their back on the stage.
I get it.
Seen anybody else
I'm
do
with
it?
them.
Something to remember, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. I really want to get more into them. Mostly, I mean, a lot of people talk really well about them. I've heard, a few songs from them. The first song that I heard, I really liked a lot, and the most recent song I heard, I really liked a lot also. And actually, I think I can't remember the name of it, but the most recent release that they had, I think they actually did have both guitarists play solos in that song, I believe. And that was the first time that I had seen them do that also. So it seems they're taking that to the live version also, which I love to see. It's like when we see you expect, for example, like Metallica, right? Like it was always Kirk playing the solos, live, and then suddenly, like one day, James came out and started playing solos too, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
so he's just as good, sweet, like it's cool to see that happen. It's cool to see the bands grow, and with Rolling Quartz especially, especially coming from where I am, where I actually do listen to quite a bit of Korean music. I've been trying to dive into the world of Korean rock music and just do some research on it and find out what bands are the best and stuff like that. And I got to tell you, man, it's like a shallow grave over there when it comes to rock music. Like I've found some, but like most of them are either completely unheard of or aren't playing music anymore. And like the fact that Rolling Quartz is out there, they really are pretty much the only one that's doing it that way, like with that sound.
I just discovered a band I think is better than Rolling Quartz from Korea, and I can't remember the name of it. Chat, help me out, put it in there. I heard them, and Eric and I had plenty of arguments on stream about this, comparing both the bands, because I wasn't the hugest Rolling Quartz fan. They're all right, but I'm excited to see them live. But there's another band that I think is a very good. Oh, there we go, DIH. Fucking amazing.
I was gonna say
Korean rock band.
DIH.
I haven't heard.
Yes.
I didn't see them yet. Okay, so good.
Yeah, that's really good stuff.
So it's pretty funny. I'll have to clip it out, put up. But Eric and I had some great lengthy discussions about both those bands. The production is phenomenal. Like compared to Rolling Quartz, unfortunately, their production is like way up there. Like
Rolling Quartz production is
pretty
bad, honestly.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's what hurts it for me. I might be biased on that side of things. So when I heard this DIH, I was just blown away. I was like, holy shit, who is this? So it's really good band. Really good band.
Okay, I haven't heard them, and they didn't show up because like this morning, literally, I spent like 2 hours trying to find like Korean rock music and Korean rock and metal, basically. And like I knew some of them from like listening to K-pop. Some of them are kind of like a mix of like K-pop and rock type bands or whatever. They're under K-pop labels, but they play instruments and stuff like that. But it's all pretty. Yeah, I don't know, like mainstream alt rock sound stuff. And then I found some really heavy metal bands, but this DIH band didn't pop up anywhere. Are they relatively new?
Let me give a 5-second clip real quick so you can hear how good this production is. Ready? Here we go. All right, like just come on, guys.
Song, man.
Come on,
sounds
guys.
good.
Like that clip right there is just this. The riff is badass, perfectly recorded. It's flawless. It really is. Check them out. That's all I can say. They sound great.
I've got them on my list. Their next trip to Korea is going to be planned around trying to see a DIH show.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Wow.
awesome.
It's funny, they're actually on the website for K-pop bands too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long they've been around. I have to do some research on it, but
Looks like 2020.
2021. It seems like when they started their YouTube channel was April 4th, 2021. So
Yeah, they got together in 2020, and then I think they released their first song in 2021.
wow, that's crazy.
And I'm like literally reading up on the members right now, and they listen. They're like they basically they all listen to K-pop and stuff like that, but they're like they just decided to play rock music instead. It looks like.
Nice. Slut Like You.
Yeah, it's a cover. Yeah,
it's a pink
like
cover. Okay.
Yeah. I've never heard the original.
Welcome to the jungle. See, I'm gonna check out some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can tell they have a killer hard rock sound. They have that hard rock tone really well done. And their tone kind of reminded me of The Warning, like in that song in specific. Very similar tone-wise as The Warning. So I'm excited to see what they come out with next.
Nice. I'm gonna have to check them out.
Pretty cool to see the the ladies of Korea jumping in and following the Japanese women to give us some of this music. It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, Derek. Well, any other concert highlight? I know Champ asked you, was there anything we missed right now that you want to tell people, or maybe give somebody some information about when they go to Japan, like Ryan right now? I know you already given a lot of information. Is there anything else that just stands out to you when you went over there?
Tricks of the trade
before I get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the things. Don't sweat the language. I was worried about that at first, and it's really not that big a deal. A little bit of pointing here and there, and learning.
Ryan's fluent in Japanese now, so he's like our translator
No, I'm
on
not.
all the reactions. So go ahead and just speak Japanese to him, and he's got it down.
No, I'm not.
I mean, it's
cool,
getting
man.
around is kind of fun. Make sure you got a working cell phone because you need the Google Maps or some kind of maps to get you on and off those trains. But you can go anywhere, literally anywhere in Tokyo or anywhere in Japan. Just jump on a train.
That's awesome.
It's just the getting around is so easy. There's a few other tourist things I did too. You got to fit those in. I went and visited the temple that Band-Maid filmed Real Existence.
Oh yeah.
So that's about a 25-minute train ride from Shinjuku.
Where's
maybe a 20-minute walk, and you're at that little.
Dun wants to know, what is the best place to buy tickets for Japanese shows?
You got to watch. With Band-Maid, you want to watch for the overseas sales, and same with especially Nemophila, because if they do an overseas lottery, that's the only way you're going to get one. Because when they do the regular sales, Nemophila goes with digital, which is a really pain because you can't get one without a phone. But what I do with my Now Neon, my Band-Maid, and Bridear was another band that I saw right after the Now Neon show. I used a company called Bridge.Japan. And they're a third party buying, like a proxy service, a shopping service, and they're great because you just send them an email stating, okay, I want tickets for Now Neon, and then the next day you get an email back, and they'll have the an invoice all drawn up for you, a PayPal invoice, so you PayPal them because you got to pay in advance. Then they'll put you in the lottery. Then 3 or 4 days later, you get an email back, either you didn't get drawn and they'll refund your money, or you got a ticket. And in this case, when I got to Japan, my tickets were waiting for me at one of my hotels. They just couriered them to the hotel in Osaka. So when I checked into the hotel, they come out of the back with my little envelope of tickets.
Wow, man, that's cool.
That is awesome.
Bridear, we didn't even talk about Bridear.
Right, that was a good show too. I got fooled by the ticket numbers on that one.
Yeah.
I thought it said 12, I think, or 21. So I thought, wow, I'm going to be front row. But the problem was there was no letter in front. And when I got there was A 1 to 90. And then there was B 1 to 30. And then the regular numbers started. So I was more like 130, but it was a good show. It was the first time I watched a 5.5-minute drum solo and didn't get bored.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Man.
I was about to ask if they had the band with them.
Hard Bros wants to know, are these proxy websites legit though?
Oh, Bridge.Japan is 100% legit. I don't know any of the other ones, but Bridge are. Yeah, I wouldn't. I know lots of guys that have used them, and I had zero problems.
I mean, if they delivered your tickets to your hotel, sounds pretty legit.
Yeah, my very first ticket to Guitar Spin on my show when I went at Christmas time there back at the beginning of January, I got Guitar Spin. Yeah, that was through Bridge Japan. Again, my ticket was waiting for me at the hotel.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail the conversation about Bridear, but going back to the Bridear, the drum solo, you're saying the 5-minute solo, that's my bad.
Yeah, that was that soon we did a 5-minute drum solo in the middle of that show. It was pretty fun.
Nice.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Need more drum solos.
Hell yeah.
All right, Derek.
Sometimes you get going on a drum solo and it's kind of get boring after 3 or 4 minutes, but not hers. It was good.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Derek. Well, it was awesome having you on, man. I appreciate it. Love to have you on again. Talk about any of these new concerts that you end up going to. Love to have you again.
I got my next one already working on for October.
And who's that?
What's that?
I got 5 Band-Maid tickets now for 5 different shows in October. So I'm going to be working 7 days a week all summer to pay for this. And then I ended up, I just stumbled into it. I bought tickets for myself and a friend of mine that's going to be there for Kawaii, that new band with Lisa X and Hazuki.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I bought VIPs for their first ever Japan show, which is in between two Band-Maid shows.
Oh,
Nice.
sick.
And the VIP includes a photo with the band.
Awesome, man.
So
It's gonna
that's
be a
by
good
October.
week.
So now I got 5 Band-Maids and 1 Kawaii show
Oh man.
lined up for October trip. So that's going to be.
My question for
Probably
you
not.
is: are you going to a baby metal show?
Not yet, but eventually I probably will.
Not as big as a fan of baby metal.
I don't mind them, but I didn't. I'd known about them for years. I just didn't get hooked by them. Not like I did with the other bands.
So Rob put up a question here. He said, just a quick note a few minutes ago when you were discussing DIH under a K-pop label, just be aware that K-pop is actually indirectly connected to rock/metal. Which, I mean, makes sense. I mean, if it helps promote the band, I think it's a good thing. Why not promote it all together, you know?
I don't know what he means by that comment.
They're lumped in together with K-pop. It seems like probably because there's not enough of the amount of bands maybe to get their own kind of distinction.
Maybe. From what I understand, the way that it kind of works over there is there's a lot of rock bands that are the main labels that have like these big K-pop groups on them. Like there's like one, for example, it's like called One to the K, I think. They've got a lot of big K-pop groups on them, but they also have like a bunch of like alt rock groups under them, and they're just managed by the same organization, and they're treated kind of like idols the same way that the K-pop groups are. But it's the ones that are not signed by those labels that are really, really hard to find and find any sort of promotion for marketing, because it seems like it's all under the same sort of like 8 umbrellas. You know, everything kind of exists in that one big vacuum. And if you're not part of that, then you're like kind of, it's really hard to get your music out there.
I got another question that pulled in right now. Says, are walk-ins a thing for shows there, like tickets at the door?
Yeah, he did.
A lot of the small venues are all you can buy tickets at the door. This last trip, because stuff had sold out in January, I ended up buying tickets at the in advance or reserving tickets in advance. The best way to find them is to go, find the band that you want, and you go to their Twitter, and they'll quite often they'll have a system where you can buy a ticket with a Western credit card, or you just reserve a ticket. You just give them your name, and they send you an email the next day. Here's your email. You buy your ticket when you get to the door.
Okay.
The first time I went, I couldn't see Whiskey Dust in January because I was trying to get a Bridear show. I couldn't get the ticket to Bridear. So I thought my backup plan was Whiskey Dust. And I went online to look the address up to go there, and it said, "Oh, thank you, sold out." Crap. So, I mean, if you wait, there is a risk of them being sold out. But,
Gotcha.
I mean, in Tokyo, there's over 40 live venues. So there's a band playing every night. If you want to see bands, every night you're going to find some band to see.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right, Derek. Well, it was nice having you, man. We're gonna get on to the news segment of the podcast. Appreciate you having you on, man. Hit us up when you go check out those other bands. We'd love to hear your experience at them. Especially really curious about DIH later on and how they sound. Fascinating to see how they sound live, if they keep up with the production that they have going on in those videos.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for sharing your
buddy.
experience, man. It's really cool.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on.
Take care, Derek.
All right, Derek, you have a good one. And while we're switching out here, I want to just give a shout out to Charles. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat and the information that you gave us about Love Bites. We're going to definitely be reviewing that today. Yeah. All right, just fixing things here a little bit.
Well,
all right.
I need to take a little break, so I'll be right back.
All right, while we're doing that, I'm going to turn it over to the champ to talk about the K-pop stuff.
K-pop stuff. Well, I'm going to run through this stuff, okay? This is not going to be long, but I'm just going to throw out the stuff that I saw that I think what that piqued my interest a little bit here. So first of all, just BTS Jungkook. He is coming out with his first solo July 14th. So everybody get ready for that. He is the main singer from BTS. Also, BTS Suga becomes the third K-pop soloist ever to spend 6 weeks on the Billboard 200. Guess who the first two were?
Who?
Other two more members of BTS.
I have no clue. I'll never guess.
They're all BTS members, is what I'm saying. The three that did it. Halsey and Suga, the guy that I just mentioned, are actually coming out with a song together as the anthem for the new Diablo game, Diablo 4. It's going to be out on June 5th. And there's a teaser out if you guys want to check it out, but there's really not much information to it. To be honest, there's like no music. It's just like a video that's like, it's just like some sounds. And then they had the Inkigayo performance this week also, which is like kind of like a K-pop performance music show where there's like a winner and judges and stuff like that. And the group G Idol won for their 8th time again. So that's what was going on in the K-pop world this week that caught my eye a little bit. But outside of the pop area, like I said earlier, I was kind of like doing some research on what Korean metal groups were out there, and I was like really trying to find some interesting bands, you know. And I looked up a bunch of lists, and I tried to find like, you know, just people talking on Reddit about them and stuff. And I got to tell you, it is like so hard to find these bands. Like it's just like I said, like that DIH one. I'm so happy to hear that because I found very, very few, and the ones that I did find, they have like very, very little. Like either they haven't uploaded anything in a long time, or they just don't have any, like they're not getting any viewers, like literally like only hundreds of viewers on their stuff. But I wanted to throw out some names here because these were the ones that I listened to that I thought were worth checking out. So if you guys want to hear some Korean rock or metal, check out these bands. I thought that there was a lot of talent in each of them, and
all right, so
like they probably need some love.
So here we go. Champs top bands to go check out from Korea. Rock bands.
Right. And they're not, the rock bands. Well, mostly metal, honestly. But mostly metal, and they're not I don't even know. I can't even stand here and tell you that they're still actively performing at this point. But at least the old music that I heard, it's worth checking out. So here's the first one. A band called Bursters, okay? They were pretty cool metal band. They have a song called
Is this them right here?
Bursters, yes. Yep. Now, if you check that out, actually, you can see they're under 1 to the K right there. That's their label. That's a K-pop label. And there are some rock bands on there. But, like, if you were to check out the Bursters, their regular page or whatever, it's a massive difference between, like, what you're looking at. Like, 3,000 views on a video over here versus that one, which has a couple million.
Yeah. Their site doesn't even... Oh, there it is. I found it right here. So, yeah, they're at 13,000 subs. I was just looking at Rolling... Sorry, it automatically plays the video. My bad. Rolling Quartz was at 170,000. I didn't even realize they blew up that much because I remember discovering them when they were like 50K.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why when I see Rolling Quartz now, I think like this is actually different than what I see with all of the other rock bands over there. The only ones that get any kind of traction are the ones that are on the K-pop labels and are being promoted by those K-pop labels. And most of them, the vast majority, are like light rock, like mainstream sort of music. While this Bursters band, this was the one that had the most sort of prominence out there, and they're heavy, like they're like screaming, like they're death metal. So check out Bursters, they're pretty cool. The next one that I saw here was Madman's Esprit. They were really heavy. This band was really cool. I listened to one song. I don't know what it's called because it's in Japanese, but again, just 16,000 subscribers on YouTube, but
Korean
worth checking
band?
out.
I found them. Is this a Korean band or Japanese band?
These are all Korean.
Okay. Oh yeah. Just making sure because you mentioned Japanese, so like I was like, wait.
Oh, did I? Sorry.
Yeah. Madman's Esprit. There it is, right there.
Yeah. So check them out. They're pretty cool. The next one was Vaseline, Vassline. They've got 477 subscribers on YouTube. But I listened to one of their songs and it was badass and it's worth checking out. They haven't released anything in a year. I don't know how often they do stuff.
I got Vaseline skincare when I typed that in. That is not
two
the
S's.
One. 2 S's. All right.
And no E. It's like Vaseline.
Vaseline. There you go. Okay, cool. All right, there it is. Vaseline. They released under a label also. Okay.
Wow. The next one is Walking After You. They're definitely, this is for girls. They are actively still uploading stuff right now. Their videos don't do exactly superbly, but they have some cool covers on here too, just like random ass stuff, like Jekyll and Hyde and like a Mariah Carey song. But they're straight up rock band and they're pretty cool too.
Oh, Walking After You with like just a U, guys, if you're wondering. So it's just Walking After and the letter U for those listening. So they're still together. They look like a badass band.
Yeah, skip to the middle. Play a second of it.
All right. Well, that was way different. Like, let's try another one. They sound pretty good.
Walking After You. I'm gonna check them out.
Walking After You.
Check it out. Check it out. Okay, so the next one is called Traitor BSDM, not BDSM, BSDM.
That's gonna get some people into some sites.
So traitor what?
Traitor. Just go with traitor and then betrayal.
All right. As long as I type in Korean afterwards, that normally helps.
Betrayal is the name of the song.
Okay.
The one that I listened
there it is.
to.
Traitor. Betrayal.
Yeah.
All right.
So click on that, jump to the middle, do another like 3-second clip there. I thought they were really focused on it.
Holy shit, that's heavy.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I looked for the heaviest Korean bands that I could possibly find. All right.
Ow, the laughing hurts.
Stop it.
This was I literally couldn't find any other ones. Okay. And the last one that I found, actually I have two more. One is Remnants of the Fallen. Okay.
All right. Remnants of the Falling.
Yeah, and the song that I checked out was Faces.
Falling Faces. Oh, all right. That sounds heavy as hell. How heavy is this band?
Less heavy than the last one.
And they're all underneath this Watch Out label, it seems like. Right?
I don't know if they're a label. I couldn't tell. I went through their site and I don't know what they are exactly.
Yeah, let's see. Here's 5 seconds of this. Well, that guitar riff was very tasty. This sounds more modern, more of like a metal.
I got like emo core vibes from them.
Yeah. Very cool. Very heavy. Always good
and then the last one here is a band called Clown Us.
Clown Us.
Clown Us, but one word.
Oh, okay.
And the song that I listened to from them was Defect, and I thought this was awesome. I thought this was awesome.
All right.
I think it's an all-male band except with a female singer screaming.
That sounds pretty cool, man.
And the verses, she screams. She's got like high-pitched sort of. Actually, she's got a pretty deep scream and high pitch. She's really good, basically. And I'm saying like they're getting no love. They have 619 subs, barely getting any views, but like this video is really well produced and they are really good. So these are some bands from Korea that we should all be giving a little bit of love to so they don't disappear under the huge umbrella of K-pop that dominates that region, which I like the K-pop, but come on, we need a little bit more than just that out there, right? So give them some love.
Really cool, man.
And that's all I got on the Korean music scene this week, guys.
Hell yeah. Let's go over to Ryan with the Band-Maid recap.
Oh, wait. I got one more thing. Sorry.
Too late.
Here,
Too
Alan,
late.
I'm posting something in the Discord and just pull this picture up real quick.
All right.
Just open that link.
By the way, guys, if you're sitting here with us on YouTube, you can hit the like button right now. If you're listening on Spotify, you can come over here and hit the like button. Also, leave us comments, questions if you guys are listening. Who is this? Champ?
This is
Who did
this
you
is
make me
Jenny
look
Kim.
up?
This is Jenny Kim from Blackpink,
God damn.
and that is all.
Oh, that's all you wanted? Okay. There you go. For those listening, pretty much Champ sent us some very personal pictures. No, I was kidding. Yeah, saved on his phone.
The hottest girl in the world.
Yeah.
I just needed it to be known.
Hey, okay. Good stuff. So, what's her name again? Lisa?
Jenny Kim. She's
Jenny
from
Kim.
Blackpink.
Okay. Blackpink. Okay. Jenny Kim, hottest K-pop artist, according to Champ.
Great.
There,
Very
hot
good.
take. That's our short for the week.
Damn right.
There we go. All right. Now, you may talk about Band-Maid, Ryan.
Oh, may I?
Yeah.
All right, so it's Band-Maid news. What do we got going on? They're playing. Let's see. They did their U.S. shows, which went very well. A lot of people seem to think that they may have been a little more relaxed, a little more comfortable on stage than they were last year in October. I mean, that was great last year, but this year just seems like they just leveled up and just decided to go like God mode all the time, which is a pretty amazing thing to see. It's like we all got our best show, you know what I mean? Best show we saw. And they're coming back in August. Is it before? And they're playing Lollapalooza, and they just announced here in the last few days that apparently there's a thing Lollapalooza does where they play their first day of Lollapalooza. After that show, they ask some bands to play some local venues, and Band-Maid was asked to play. Was it Park Place? What was that? I can't recall the name of the venue right away. Somebody in chat helped me out, but it's like about 1,000 person venue, and they're going to be playing August 6th. And the friend Eric out of California scored me a ticket, so we're both going to make that show.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, so that dude, I mean, when they said they're going to be playing in Chicago, I saw it was Lollapalooza. I'm like, I mean, yes, I'd like to see them, and it seems like they have a blast during the festival shows. They really enjoy playing festivals, and they really just give it 120%. But I just don't feel like going to a festival to watch them. When they said, then they announced they're going to be playing the venue, I'm like, well, shit, I have to go to that. Park West, yeah.
And then
Thank
we're
you.
going to be
Oh.
all joining for a show for Band-Maid on, when is it? August 6th. The three of us.
No, that's this show, I think.
Oh, is this show? Is that the Minnesota one?
I can't remember the date, man.
Yeah, the August 6th show, we're all meeting, and Eric's actually coming to that one, so that'll be cool.
Cool.
Where's that?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis, there we go.
Where are they playing?
We just need to
Somebody
convince
got that
Champ to
date?
go. He's the last person we got to convince.
I don't think I really need to be convinced. Like, if they're not coming to the East Coast, then I don't really have a choice, do I?
No, you don't.
There we go. Come on, we'll all be there. Half of
That'd be
Dichotic
the-
will be there also.
Nice.
I'm not against it. I don't know, whatever. I know this has been the year of shows for me, bro. I've got
Oh,
4
Chicago's
shows.
Chicago's the third. Sorry, champ. Chicago's the third, and then yeah, you're right. That one is the 6th. Oh boy, that put me in a pickle. I'm going to be missing some work.
Mm.
It's okay. Luckily,
Well-
they need you, right?
Yeah. Well, the Minneapolis one. What? So that's on a Friday or Saturday. I think the 3rd is a Thursday or the fuck.
I think Ryan just had a realization of how many shows he just agreed to going to, and he's
Right.
immediately
Right.
scrambling to figure out how he's going to make it happen.
Hey, I got time. This isn't like next week. I got some time.
You got 2 months, but you know you'll forget until
We'll sort it
July
out.
30th.
Thanks for giving us information, chat. Information that we should have got ourselves, but we
Yep.
just didn't. So that's what's going on with them. They did put out another letter to the fans. If you're part of the fan club, you get these letters in your email. So I'll highlight some things. This one was from Miku, and says she is happy to see Mr. Clown of Slipknot, who she met at Knotfest Japan. Again, welcome to Rockville. Said Rockville had bad weather during the festival, and there's a possibility that the OKG might not be able to happen. We were able to do it without any problems, and since the time was pushed back, It turned out to be our first nighttime festival performance, which turned out to be a very moving OQG. Masters and Princesses rocked the cell phone lights, an endless story at night, which is really beautiful and moving. And then Sonic Temple, clear skies, more and more people showed up while we were doing the OQG. And that's one thing I heard from people that were there was that as they played, so many people just came in to see them, like what was going on. Like the crowd damn near doubled. So they're really pulling a lot of attention, which is the idea. And I'm just glad to see it's working out, man. Because like the playing out of the show in Chicago, I think there's only 4 shows doing the after show. There are 4 bands.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like 50 different bands playing. It's a select, amount of bands. So I think getting asked to do that is pretty important.
Yeah, that's cool that they added that. I ain't got asked to do it. You think they'll add more shows, Ryan?
I don't know. As much as they seem to love touring, man, if they have time, they might. I don't know.
It's getting pretty full.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one was probably because they're already going to be there. It wasn't like adding another city, so it's probably easier to do than adding another venue.
Yeah, and it doesn't. I'm seeing that maybe they didn't sell out all their shows this year like they were last year. And last year, it was because they sold out their shows. They're able to add more shows onto the end of the tour. So if they're not doing that, they why would they add more shows?
That's
really?
true. That's true. Yeah, I think that's probably just because so many people were waiting for their next tour from since the pandemic, and everybody went to every show they could last time. So this tour, they're probably like, well, I went to 7 shows or 6 shows. Maybe I don't need to go.
Yeah.
I was only planning on going to 1, this time around. Well, this first leg, and that's all I did. And that's because I just saw him.
Yeah, of course, that makes sense. Although I am curious, just like from personally, just Band-Maid specifically to me has gotten better every year. So I'm always intrigued to see like what their progress will be.
Right.
That would be why I would go to see them, to see if they're better than the last time.
Yeah.
I know for sure if they set up a Europe tour, they're selling out 100%.
Oh, hell yeah. Definitely.
That shit's all sold out, guaranteed.
Because they're craving it.
I don't think they're going to worry about it. They're going to move to the States and just going to settle in here.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Ryan says move to the States if you want to see Band-Maid live.
Then maybe they'll visit. Then they'll visit the UK.
Hey, Chrono Falcon, this is the only band I think I would be happy with getting a live album from, because like all the live albums I've ever had in the past, they suck compared to the recordings. But I feel like Band-Maid, specifically because of all the changes that they make and like the new intros that they write, and the fact that they're better now than they were when they wrote or when they started playing a lot of those other songs, like Domination live is a better song than Domination recorded. I would love a live Band-Maid album.
That's how I feel about all of Baby Metal's catalog, except for a few. That's another band that I feel the same about. They're just
very live band, but I think you do kind of like miss out with Baby Metal. There's a huge visual aspect to it for also, so like even if you get a live album, you're still missing the visual aspect.
No, I think the music is tremendously better live because you have the full band sound there, and it's so good. And
That's true.
They always add extra stuff to it.
I'm not saying it's not better. I'm just saying that there is that component that's going to be missing regardless.
What are you really trying? What are you getting at, man?
I'm saying Baby Metal could have the best live albums ever if Baby Metal would just release them. I don't know why they released a couple, but they're amazing.
Wait a few years until like the albums that we can download or stream or whatever come with like videos that we could just like press on our watch and it just like holographs up. That's gonna be a good time.
I also want every Saya Nakadori version live. I just want an EP of Saya Nakadori, like every single version of it at every single place. That'd be awesome. Anything else about Band-Maid, Ryan?
Nope.
All right. Awesome.
No, that's all I had, man. It's just they are playing their butts off, and there's rumors about what they're gonna do because they have a little bit of downtime if they're working on. She did. Let me see. There might be. Once we get, this is important. Mika said, well, once we get back to Japan, we'll be back to work on production. And in July, we'll resume our 10th anniversary tour in Japan. So she says, work on production. So, What are they working on?
Production of what? Yeah, that's a good question.
Could be album, could be a new single, or a couple. Who knows? So
More
I'm
music.
just glad to hear it.
New album already, dude. There's so much music from Band-Maid.
I mean, they do
There
tend to
is.
drop like those 3-song EPs in between
I'd
albums
be
a
happy
lot.
with another EP that
That's
was
what I'm
like
saying.
Unleashed, which is that's a full freaking album, dude. I don't
Oh
care
well,
what-
that's
I don't
not
care
even what I
the
was talking about.
designation is,
I
but
mean,
you know
like
what I mean?
like when before that album came out, what are the different one? Remember, it was like
Yeah.
a different and like 2 other songs on it.
It was Sense and the Sense single, and
Charles was mentioned in the chat. Band-Maid says they're constantly writing, even when on tour.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
Konami is just like, as soon as she gets home at night and she gets into her trailer or whatever, she just starts writing music again.
yeah,
Yep.
they're always right.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Got some quick Japanese news to go over here. Hanabi has announced more shows on their tour for their summer shows in the EU from August 4th to August 20th. So they have the countries listed here. I'm not going to try to guess which ones are which, but you guys see them on the screen. Go check it
I
out.
was trying to guess which ones these are, and I gotta tell you, I cannot figure it out for the life of me.
I
Yep,
want to see them
here
so bad.
we have a flyer right here. I cannot
Yeah.
wait to see this band. This is one of the bands I'm the most excited to see this year. Because it's kind of like my Crossfaith. I was so excited to see them because they look like an amazing live band. I've been wanting to see Crossfaith and now Hanabi because of the heavy aspects and the fun aspects of their music. I just know it's going to be a wild show. It's I love bands that are like that are just fun to watch.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. But yeah, they're going to be visiting, I think it was 10 different countries, it seems like, or 10 different places in the EU.
Yeah, I don't know if they're all different countries. I literally don't know. Like, I know what the UK is, and I'm guessing the DE is Denmark.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's probably Deutschland, right? It's probably Germany
I don't know.
because it says Berlin.
We'll let people look it up. I thought pulling up the
Well.
flyer would help, and it did not help. So,
No.
Hey, did you guys hear about the collaboration that Hanabi and Nemophila did live?
no.
They fucking sang Zen together, dude.
Zen,
Like
really?
the heaviest song on their last.
Oh
yeah.
wow,
I want to hear that.
cool.
I want to hear that so bad.
Yeah, me too.
So
That's
bad.
pretty sick, and it's like all screaming that song. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing they like go back and forth or something.
Mikoto would love it.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah. I didn't know. I had no idea they did that. I want to hear that
I
too.
want to hear that because Zen is a
I wanna hear it
badass
so bad.
song in general. So hearing them scream would be awesome together.
Hmm.
DE is Germany, apparently.
Yeah, Deutschland.
By the way, the countries
Okay.
are Slovenia, Austria, Italia, Spain, Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, and the UK. You guys didn't know that?
Shavo,
Thank you, Shabo, for pointing that out.
thank
Ryan
you.
knows how to read.
You're a big help, man. I appreciate it. So, Man with a Mission, we just saw live. They actually have been doing an interview at most of the venues that they're going at. So, if you guys want to see another interview with, I think these are like just promoters of the club or whatnot that they're playing at. But there's a lot of interviews popping up, which I thought was a kind of cool strategy to mention. So, if you want to watch some interviews with Gene Kenjani from the rock band Man with a Mission, there's a bunch of them up all over. There was one for Chicago House of Blues, right? House of Rock or House of Blues? What is the name of it, Ryan? I can't remember.
House of Blues.
House of Blues. Which, by the way, guys, has surprisingly good food.
Always good to know.
That was
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So does Delilah's over there.
Yeah.
Oh, over there? I wondered about that place over there.
Yeah, same.
Nobody knows what Delilah's is, do you?
Hey, when I come visit you, champ, you can show me that place.
I don't think your wife will appreciate that.
Oh, never mind. Well, never mind. That's another story. But anyways, stop making me laugh.
I got some upcoming music if you want me to throw some out there.
Yeah. If you go ahead.
Here we go. Check it out. Some Japanese music that's coming out. A couple songs here. We got a new digital single coming from Crystal Lake, the metalcore band. It's the first one that they're going to have with their new vocalist. So John is his name. It doesn't say his last name, just John. Yeah, so he's been with them for a few months now, but this is going to be their first song that they actually release with him. We got a new digital single also from Utada Hikaru. If anybody knows who she is, she's like the queen of J-pop music. That will be coming out on July 28th. New single from the Beezies. Remember the Beezies?
Yeah.
They've been around forever. I think 1989.
Oh
They've
my
also
God.
got a single coming out on July 12th called The Stars. It is their 54th single, which is nuts. So look out for that. And then the last, I mentioned before, but Arc Royal is coming out with their first full length album. That's coming out on July 12th. They're pretty heavy. Check them out. Really fast, kind of like power metal-y, thrash metal-y, good stuff.
Yeah.
And then finally, there is a new album from Masatoshi Ono, who is the vocalist of Galnerius. And his solo album will be coming out on September 13th.
Do you know which vocalist? Is it the newest one in Galnerius? The one that's
I mean, I have a picture here of him, and his name is Masatoshi Ono. I'm not sure
I think that is the newest one.
Yeah, but he hasn't released a solo album in apparently 19 years. So this is going to be the first one in almost 2 decades.
Oh, wow.
September 13th. Look out for that one. That's it.
All right. We did a reaction to Miyako from Love Bites doing Eagle Fly Free Halloween. It's an amazing piano piece. If you guys have not checked this out, go do it now. Just do it. Even if you're not into piano stuff, just go check it out. It's fucking phenomenal. I've reacted to it like 3 times now. I've had different conversations about it. So if you guys were wondering what happened to my original reaction I put up, so I have a first-time reaction, but I took it down from YouTube because it was missing the ending. So people are like, that cut abruptly is because I've messed up with editing. I've been really out of it these past weeks. So when I was editing, I was an oversight. I'll repost it next week. But shout out to anybody that commented on that video. If you guys could comment again when I re-release it, I would appreciate it. But my initial reaction, I was pretty much just stunned, couldn't say anything really of any value when I first watched it. And I never heard of Halloween before, and they are fucking amazing. The original completely blew my mind. Completely loved it. It was good. So.
It was very, very, very good.
Yeah.
And definitely worth anybody that appreciates any kind of like musicianship should check it out.
Yeah, and if you never heard of Halloween, you would have never guessed that this was a Halloween song anyways.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I have listened to quite a few Halloween songs. I didn't know this specific one, but like when she started playing, I got to tell you, I liked it better than any Halloween song that I had heard. So, yeah, very good stuff.
Yeah. All right. And Love Bites also, I forgot why I pulled this up. I think this was for Ryan. Ryan, you have some news you wanted to add. But before you go ahead and add that news, I just want to mention Miyako did announce that she's restarting her official channel, Miyako official channel. So she'll be doing piano covers on there. And for these piano covers, she is taking requests. Shout out for the information, CMST. I don't know if I said your name right, but Miyako's new channel, Love Bites, posted a video to her YouTube channel saying that she is coming back to YouTube. It is her first video in 2 years. This video is in Japanese, of course, so thank you for translating this. She's planning to upload 1 video every 2 weeks for now, but if she's feeling the groove, then you might see 1 new video every week. So we'll see what happens with that. Miyako said that she is open to taking requests. So you guys can go to this video that I have right now showing up on YouTube. You can go ahead and leave some requests down below under that video, and maybe she'll do it if she feels like it. So it's pretty much
just got to pique her interest.
Yeah, it's got to pique her interest. Yep. Oh. And then Ryan, go ahead. Ryan has some more stuff to add.
Right. Somebody, I think on Discord sent me a video, and it's just a video of Miyako walking around with Yujin Imanishi and walking around the Ochanomizu musical instrument district of Tokyo with so they visited several stores, and she went in, just kind of looked around and checked out some guitars and stuff. And I think the first store they showed her walking into, she pointed to a guitar and she says, "Oh, I know that guitar. Midori built that guitar when she was in school."
Oh, no way.
Like building ESP guitars, I think.
Oh,
that's one of the crazy pointy ESP type guitars. And it was.
Is that this one right here? Oh, no, that's not it.
No, it's.
You said it's ESP,
yeah,
right? I'll find it, but
cool.
Go ahead, keep
it's a
talking.
Cool thing, like learning about, Midori knows how to build guitars. It's pretty awesome. And then so he went in a few stores, just discussed pedals and things, and they're surprised. They went in one store and they had all the pedals she uses were being promoted, and she's kind of surprised by that. They went in another one, and the Eugen was going to buy some picks of hers that they had her signature picks, and they were out. They were sold out. And
Wow.
she was pleasantly surprised by that. In the last place, she played like I don't know what the year was a vintage Gibson Les Paul that was priced at like over $60,000, and she was like a little afraid to play it, and actually stood up to give it to the guy she was with, and like she was standing on the cord and yanked it out the guitar. It's like, oh no, I'm so nervous.
For those listening, we are looking at walls of pedals, which look amazing. Like just a wall of pedals. I would be like in heaven. I would want to try all of them.
I've never seen this many before.
Yeah, I'm gonna be able to see that stuff in person. It's gonna be insane.
Oh man, you gotta send videos. Here's an ESP
But
right here.
There's just dozens. There's just many stores, and it's gonna be pretty crazy. It's just neat to see her kind of just be chill and walk around and check out guitars and stuff. It's cool.
So do they let you try these pedals out too? It looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, she's trying it out. That is so cool.
Oh yeah,
That is awesome, man.
I just thought it was a cool thing.
And then there was another video that a fan sent. I'm not sure what this was for. Thank you for sending it to me. I think Hades, you sent me this video. Oh, she's signing her EP. So there's a video of her just signing off on the new EP that she's releasing, which are the covers. What she's doing a couple of Love Bites songs too, also. So I'll be really curious to hear how that sounds when it's all out. It's releasing June 28th, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think I got the right date. I might have the wrong date there.
It's cool that their management is backing her so much. I think it's great.
Yeah, we were talking about before we started that it is really cool of Love Bites to allow her put a solo kind of thing up on the Love Bites channel. I mean, because they could easily said, no, you can put that on your solo channel. But instead, they were willing to be like, no, yeah, put it on the main channel, like promote it there and stuff and help her out also, which is really cool. Oh, and thanks for the correction, Paul. Yeah, they live streamed her signing that EP.
I wonder if that's an Asian thing, like that they do that more in Asia, because that happens on the K-pop channels too, where it's like if one of the members does something solo, it's usually released under the entire band's profile. And I wonder if it's just because like the way that the umbrellas work over there, like what I was talking about before, and it's just like. If you were to be separated from it, it would feel almost useless. I don't know. Nah.
I think it's smart in general. And for me personally, it kind of inspires me to, if any of the members of like Dichotic does something, I would be definitely willing to do something like that also. Kind of what we're
I don't see why
now.
you wouldn't. I don't see what the downfall would be of not promoting a member of your own group.
Yeah, because like right now I decided to do solo production videos, and it was like a cool thing to put under, but at the same time working on like some drum tech kind of videos with Frank. So it'll all go under the same thing instead of trying to do like a solo channel and stuff like that. Instead, it's just getting to know the members more, which I think is really cool. I mean, she does have a solo channel because she probably wants to release a bunch of covers. They're probably keeping the nice polished stuff for Love Bites channel, is what I'm assuming.
Yeah. If it was a lower quality, I could see if it was like a lower quality because you weren't getting the support from like your label or from the rest of the band, then you wouldn't necessarily want to promote it on the same platform, I guess. But if there is going to be, I mean, especially for her, it's like she's freaking amazingly talented. I feel like anybody that has Miyako in any sense whatsoever should be utilizing her as promotion for your brand.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. I just want to give a quick reminder. Those of you listening, this is going to be a flawless playthrough of the podcast. Guys, if it's dipping, it's just my internet. It's garbage. Normally, Wave would be running it right now. But I'll be reposting this podcast afterwards with no interruptions, no dropouts. So it'll be a smooth stream because it is recording. So just hang in there. Let people know if they're asking what happened in the chat. It's just it dips out. And we had a strong run with my internet, but then it started dipping right now. So I do apologize for that. I'm trying to work out something where I can go to Eric's house if I do need to run it myself when Wave's sick. I'll better prepare for that next time. Just the surgery kind of messed that up for the people listening. You guys are fine. It's playing seamlessly.
Oh, it ended for me.
It ended. Okay. We're just going to keep going, though. We're going to repost this. Baby Metal World Tour 2023. They're just in Bangkok, and they had F Hero. They took a picture with F Hero on here. So I thought that was pretty cool. So their tour is going very well. I still can't wait to see Baby Metal by themselves. I really can't. I want to see a full hour and a half show with them. That 45 minutes was just like a fucking, I don't know. It was so short. So short, I wanted more. Loudness is on tour. They've been together. This is 40 plus World Tour 2023 Sunburst. Does that mean 40 plus years? I don't know if that's what that stands for.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
But they're selling out, man. They're selling out their shows. They're promoting their new shows, so that's really cool. They're still kicking it. We're just talking about the BZs releasing songs too. It was cool to see these older bands still playing. And
X Japan's got a new song coming out too.
Oh, shit. Wow. I really like that we're getting popular old school bands and popular nowadays bands and up and coming ones. And they're kind of like just combining and meshing together, which is really awesome.
You know what it feels like to me? It feels like the new wave of Japanese rock bands have almost re-motivated or reinvigorated the older bands.
I agree. Because all of a sudden it feels like they've been just coming out with more stuff. There was a band that was in hiatus, that came out of hiatus that we just talked about, like a punkish kind of band. So yeah, you might be right there. Yeah.
Yeah, and let's not forget
Definitely.
like just the existence of the last rock stars.
Yeah. When all these bands that people are discovering, they list off these older bands as influences. People want to go find out what they're doing, so it's definitely giving some more interest in them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Or maybe just shifting the interest to maybe a younger crowd, because a lot of them are still popular, but they're just gaining like a different fan, or an expanded fan base, I guess.
And they're probably starting to utilize things that the younger bands would use, like the social media aspects of it, a lot more commonly than they were before. It's definitely becoming it's more like, I feel a resurgence, not just of the new bands or the genre in general, but of like the existence of rock music over there in general. Feels like it was hibernating a little bit, and now it's finally coming out of there.
Yeah, hell yeah. Mikoto said in the chat about a band called Dizzy Sunfist that released a new EP. Somebody reminded me about Gallinarius releasing their last album. I think we've talked about that before on the podcast, but just another reminder, Gallinarius is another band that's been around for a while that just released something new also. So just some more mentions. And just pretty fun. I really like Champ, when you're doing those segments of what release, we should definitely do more of that. That was cool, just to get a flash.
Yeah, cool. I went on the main page of one website and found those. Yeah, I could do that every week for you.
Hell yeah, man. Top 10, we got Otto coming in at number 10 with Thorns, another upbeat rock track from Otto and Vondi, straight into the top 10 with no hesitation. Of course, Vondi is another band I really got to dig into a little bit more, because I enjoyed them. We have Queen Bee, which is new on here. Mephisto. I've heard this band before. Really weird, very different. Just give it a chance. I couldn't help but laugh when I watched it. Somebody said it was disrespectful. I'm sorry. It just caught me off guard. When I get caught off guard, I laugh nervously. It's no disrespect towards the band or the group at all. I did like it, like I said in my reaction, but it just caught me off guard, guys. I have a nervous laugh. It happens, so I don't mean any
now I really want to hear it.
So you're like the Joker. That's a little worrying, man. It's a little worrying,
Ryan,
man.
you're adding to the list. All right. Number 8. Number 8. What were you going to say?
Nothing new.
Okay. Sim, Under the Tree dropped the spot to number 8 with their official theme song, Under the Tree. Number 7, we got Vondi, Such a Bitter Story, dropping 3 spots. Number 6, we got Yosabi, 17, which we did a reaction where, unfortunately, everybody was muted when we checked that out, except for me. So did anybody try to overdub what you guys were saying? Did anybody attempt that?
We didn't get any messages on it. No.
We didn't get any messages.
Bastards.
We put them on Patreon anyways. If you can lip read Ryan, Wave, and Champ, go for it. If you want to be part of that little fun little contest and overdub any of the videos, go for it. You'll probably be the only one, and you get to choose. What do we say? They get a shirt, right? Free shirt.
Get a shirt. And I almost feel like if somebody does put in the effort to do this, we should just post the video on our channel.
We'll post the video. Yeah, we'll
post it on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, we'll post it on our YouTube channel if you do an overdub. There you go. There it is.
If it's not like.
Does anybody want to get famous and hope that the guy from Bad Lip Reading gives you a call to work on his team?
Yeah.
If so, do this.
What did you say before that, Ryan? If it doesn't have what words?
Well, if it's just not full of inappropriate, just nasty jokes or something.
I think that's more
Not
of a
that I would
reason.
expect that from anybody that watches our show and listens to our show.
That's all I expected.
I'm just saying,
honestly.
not absolutely anything will be put up.
That's a
We'll
very
clip around that part.
That's a very good point. But I wouldn't be surprised with the inappropriate comments we get. All right. We got Koshinaba, who is from the BZs, right? If I'm not
Bees. It's just called bees.
Bees. Sorry, I keep saying
Bees.
BZs. Why do I keep saying that?
Right, because it says BZ apostrophe S.
Bees,
So like,
bees. He
Bees.
has a first take video, guys. If you've heard this, have you heard this one yet? This is one I keep meaning to check out.
No.
No. We got Otto live, climbing the charts, coming at number 4. Otto shows her vocal abilities are not just for the studio, and I completely agree. She's an amazing singer live. Should definitely check it out. So this is the 21st song in a 24-song set list. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So went up a spot. Number 3, we got Tattoo, Official Dism. I've heard of this band, and I feel like I've checked out songs from it. This sounds really familiar. Have you guys heard of this band?
are you sure you're not thinking of Tattoo, the European band?
No, I don't even know who you're talking about. But I just
Yeah, you
recognize.
do.
I don't.
You know.
You sure?
All
I
the
do?
things she said, running through my head, running through my head, running through my head.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember any of the music.
I do know that. I
It's
do
only
know
song
that
anybody
song,
knows.
but I can't think of
It's
the
only
music
one.
either. I
It
can't
was
think of
ATU.
they got really popular because of that one song.
So Robotics said it's a pretty good first take from the singer from Bees, but I was expecting Bees and not only Koshi. I see. We got in number 2, we got Millet and Man with a Mission. This is the one where she's this is for her channel. Of course, Man with a Mission also has their version with Millet, and I have a feeling that might be number 1. It is number 1.
They did a first take also. Man with the Mission and Malay did a first take.
Yes. We should definitely check that out next Sunday, guys. I think we should do a Patreon group reaction to that. That'd be cool. All right.
Okay.
Anyways, that is the
Yeah, man.
top 10
Cool.
for Japanese music. We got covers. We got Rotten Crafty, Nemophila coming in at 10. Number 9, we got Nemophila. Hanabiye, Pardon Me. At number 8, we got Nemophila. Guess what number 7 is? Nemophila with the first slam dunk ED. Number 6 is probably not Nemophila. Okay, Soka Ninaro. Just changing it up there. Number 5, we got Nemophila. There we go. We're back on track. Love Bites cover. Number 4, not Nemophila. This is new on the list. If you guys want to try to pronounce that name, because I'm not going to try. I'll mess it up. But anyways, anyone?
Nagareta Project.
All right. Yeah, they're at 10 with Oshi no Ko OP Idol. Number 3.
Yosobi. It's a Yosobi cover.
Yasobi cover. Yep. Number 7, we got Nemophila. By the way, this was one of my, I believe this is the one that Eric and I did, or I think all of us did, but it was one of my favorite covers by them, hands down. I thought it was really good. I thought it was one of the best covers I heard, so I think it deserves that number 3 spot 100%. We checked it out. It's just really, really good. It's like they stepped up the recording and production on top of it. They're all together in a room, and it was great. It was a really good song. I liked it a lot. We did a stream, and we did a lot of Nemophila that day, so we checked out this cover. So it was awesome to hear this upgrade in their sound for the covers, and it was cool to see them all together in one room. But you guys should check it out if you haven't yet. Number 2, we got replays, Epiphone replays. What is this? So this is another. So we got Asaka Trident. I hear is getting cut off a little bit here on there, but Guitar Loudliness and Blue Planet is a cover, right, with members from different bands. So another cover of Guitar Loneliness, Blue Planet of Kaseku Band. This time it's a super group organized by Epiphone. Oh yeah, we talked about this last week.
Okay. Yeah, we did.
Number 1, brand new Yasobi Idol Oshi no
The hell?
Noko OP.
So it's the same song that was earlier in the list, but by somebody else.
Yep. So a YouTube cover artist. So it's a YouTube cover artist that did
Who is this? Little V? Is
Little
Who's this
V.
friggin' guy?
that a white guy?
Yeah. I know, right?
Looks
We're all
like
like, I think I've heard of this guy, actually. He sounds really familiar, but yeah, he's a good cover artist. I remember checking out something by him. You guys should go check him out. He's number 1 on the list, guys. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure I did a couple covers and it was really good, from what I heard. By the way, that Jack Black Peaches is pretty hilarious.
It's a great song.
And well, we already talked about this, and I think that's it, guys. That's all it is. And then we got Champ's picture there. We'll leave
Just
you guys there.
leave that
We'll
up.
just leave Champ's picture there for everyone.
Ryan, I know you're not saying anything, but we see the faces you're making every time you look at that picture. I'm just saying. Yep.
Is that better?
Oh,
We'll
yes.
just leave the podcast here. All right. Anyways, good stream, guys. Anything we want to end this off with?
Go to our Patreon. We put up 2 more Patreon specials today, so the exclusives. On top of the 2 that we put up last week, we're trying to make up for the ones that we missed last month, since there was so many illnesses, and those illnesses don't seem to be going away. So we're trying to make up for it now during the illnesses. But yeah, we've got, since last Sunday, 4 new Patreon exclusive group reactions up. So check those out.
Yeah,
Patreon.com/guys.
We're putting up 2 right now after this podcast. When I end it, I'm going to upload it for Champ. It's going to be up on Patreon. And I think they're really good reactions, actually. We got talked about a lot of insight to the production on Trident, their new song that just came out 2 days ago, Repaint.
Yeah, both songs actually inspired quite a bit of discussion because they were very, very interesting. And I thought they were both really good.
Yeah, I agree, man. A lot of good discussion, a lot of good points brought up about several different bands, actually, outside of even Japanese music. It was a roller coaster of a conversation.
Yeah, It was fun. We felt slightly normal again. It sucks we're missing Wave, but Wave will be on the next group reactions for next Sunday. So we're gonna try to do 2 every time we meet up for these podcasts, guys. But and I also forgot to mention Trident came out with a new song 2 days ago. So there's that. So glad we brought that up. Last thing I want to say, we have one more news article because we have the Gaijin Guys podcast website. So gaijinguys.com. Shout out to Andrew G. White, who has just recently joined the team. You'll be seeing him more or less helping us produce this show in the future. We just need to get together and get it set up. So he'll probably be running this in the future, actually, so we won't have issues with the internet and stuff. He puts up Japanese news articles and K-pop articles also on this site, so you guys should definitely check that out. He also posts our videos that we put up, like the clips. You can sign up for our email list, which will give you a newsletter once or twice a week. No more than that. We will not spam you, we promise. It's just going to be about news that comes out during the week before we talk about it on Sunday. And our most recent article that we had up on here was Lisa sets Realize song to swing into the Spider-Verse. So I didn't even know she did a song about that. So J-pop singer Lisa announces Realize for the Japanese version of Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse.
To get some news topics.
It's actually agitating that it's only it's agitating that it's only on that Japanese one, though. Like I don't see, well, whatever. I just think it would have been cool to hear Lisa on the original version of the movie also. I don't really see why they have to like switch like that. Like you could have
on the American release.
No, it's just on the Japanese release, which is like cool and all, but like there's really no reason that it can't be on the American release also. It's like a song, you know? It doesn't matter if it's in a different language. But
can we watch this? Are we able to watch this Japanese version? I'd be curious to see how it's like plays out.
NordVPN, can we get sponsored? But yeah, that's probably how.
I'll hit them up. Who's a Spider-Man fan? Any Spider-Man fans?
Big time. That's my guy right there, Mr. Parker.
That sounds so weird. I don't know why, but all right. But anyways,
that's my man, bro. Of all the superheroes, he's definitely my favorite, like bar none. It's not even close. I think No Way Home was the best superhero movie ever made, and I know that people are gonna give me shit for that, but you're wrong. I'm right. Deal with it.
Wait, which one's the best?
No Way Home, the most recent one. The one that had all 3 Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Yeah. I enjoy that. Memory Lane, man. That was pretty cool. So somebody said I prefer. AJ says I prefer Venom.
Oh, that's fair. But Venom, new Spider-Man game coming out next month, and Venom is going to be a part of it. So check that out too.
Nice.
Spider-Man podcast.
The theme song will be released on June 14th to promote the Japanese dubbed Marvel film in Japan. Oh, it's a dubbed version. Okay.
No.
I thought it was like a separate art or something like that or whatnot.
And I just want to bring this up because AJ mentioned in the comments when we were talking about the Trident song, apparently Passcode's producer was involved in the creation of that song. So if you're wondering where that key change came from in the final chorus, you look no further.
Ryan literally said during our reaction, he's all like, we brought up passcode when we heard the key change, because we heard the key change, we all looked at Ryan, and then we're like, thought about passcode.
Yeah. You could feel it. You could feel the passcode in there.
So more from the article on our Gaijin Guys website. Of course, Lisa's no stranger to anybody who doesn't know who Lisa is. She is known for her mega hits of Garage from Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Plus, she has provided hit songs Crossing Field for the anime Sword Art Online and Rising Hope in the anime series The Irregular at Magic High School. I haven't heard some of these. Currently, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is already playing in cinemas in the U.S. and Canada. So we can actually watch it now, guys, and watch the Japanese one later.
Radio Rafa says Lisa X is opening up for Polyphia. An upcoming show in Japan. That's pretty awesome.
Where's that article? There should be an article for that one. Well,
Get on it, Andrew White.
Man, that's crazy. I'm surprised nobody's brought that one up.
Shabo asked about my shirts. Check out any of my videos. There's a link to my store there. I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
Oh, and yeah, a little since you're doing a little self-promotion, Ryan, I'm going to throw out a little bit for myself here. I haven't uploaded anything on my channel in over a month, and I made a post kind of explaining that. If you haven't seen it, you can just go check my channel on the community tabs post, and I kind of like explain it. But I'll be back doing new stuff in the coming weeks, but with a little bit of a rebranding and a little bit of a change in structure for the videos, in case anybody was wondering.
Okay.
I was wondering why we haven't had a new GG shirt yet.
I'm
kidding. It actually looks really good. Sure. By the way, my other mirror shirt is like faded, the Konami one. Maybe I wore it too much. I probably wore it too much.
Probably.
Yeah. I was like, oh no, it's disappearing. I have to get another one.
That's kind of cool when that happens, though. That means that it's it's got battle wounds.
I wear it a lot. But anyways, that's it, guys. You guys have any ending comments?
No.
All right. That's the podcast, guys.
Bye.
See you guys. See you guys next week.
Thanks, everybody.
See you on Sunday. Love you all.
Later, guys.
Stay awesome, everyone.
I don't know. Yeah. Goodbye.
Wait, what? How are you gonna do that?
We'll chat after we're shut down.
Okay. All right. See you guys later.